Lewis Hamilton will have to wait until next year to get a whole new chassis on his Mercedes. Lewis Hamilton has admitted Mercedes' recent upgrades haven't fixed the issues he experienced at the start of the year, insisting there's nothing he can do about it. The seven-time world champion revealed at the Australian Grand Prix that his cockpit inside the 2023 Mercedes car was causing him issues on the track. Hamilton said at the time that he was sitting closer to the front wheels than all the other drivers on the grid, hampering his driving ability. Shortly after, Mercedes announced they would be moving in a different direction with their car design for the rest of the season. Their major upgrades were introduced at the Monaco Grand Prix, and Mercedes reaped the rewards from their changes a week later in Spain as both cars finished on the podium. But the changes have been unable to address the cockpit issue from earlier in the season, with Hamilton admitting it's something he will have to cope with for the rest of the year. "There's nothing you can do about it, that's just the way it is," Hamilton said. "The only thing you can do ultimately is just trying to slow the rate of rotation, stabilize the rear end. So that's just something you try to do on mechanical balance. But we're just limited with the tools you have. It's the same ones as last year." Toto Wolff admitted back in March that the cost cap regulations in F1 prevent the team from being able to build a whole new chassis to meet Hamilton's needs. "No, it's out of question that you change a chassis because simply there's not enough budget in the cost cap," he said. "Changing the way the aero works, the bodywork, it's perfectly in scope." He added, "I think the budget cap in a way has more positives than negatives, but obviously if you're on the back foot like we're at the moment, it doesn't allow you to build a second chassis. I think our fundamental problem is not building a second chassis or throwing stuff at the car, it's more about the direction that we have taken is wrong, and I think when we change it now that's going to be limited by the budget cap, but not in the way that you would expect, like we're not able to develop. We're still able to develop, but it will mean we need to spend time on a new concept, on new ideas rather than discontinue the old one. In the short term it could mean you take a step back before making two forward. These are the rules. And Mercedes' strong result from Spain looks unlikely to be repeated this weekend at the Canadian Grand Prix, as Wolff admitted the track doesn't suit their car.